yo, I'm KRM, standing on 10. They cannot fuck with me. Been that guy, overachiever. You think you over me? Stand up God, fuck your opinion.
What good, YouTube? It's your boy KRM, and I'm back with another video, bruh. And today I got another story time, bruh. Tell me, my life has been crazy through the years, bruh. Like, I've gone through some simple teenage shit, and I've gone through shit that not too many people go through. But today, I'm gonna discuss, since
Yo, turn that up, kid.
I discussed how I got set up and shit. Actually, I think that's the only story time I've really told over the last like 2 weeks. But I'm gonna start telling more story times. But this is my first fight. The first fight I ever got into, and it was some weak shit, man. Looking back on it, bro. Looking back on that shit, bro, it's like, bro, that shit is crazy, bro. Like, how that shit played out, bro. So, yeah, this is our first fight type shit, you feel me? And in reality, bro, if I could go back and do that shit again, I would either, one, not even do it to begin with, or two, fucking fight better. But hey, bro, all right. So this was back when I was in 7th grade, right? Yeah, I was in 7th grade. It was either like near the end of 7th grade or like beginning of 8th grade. It was a long time ago. Like, yeah, damn near almost 8-9 years ago. It's been a long time, bro. Like, shit, we talking about back in 2016, 2015, around that time. This is around the time it happened, right? But let me start by saying this, right? I went to an all-boys school in middle school. It was an all-boys school, and so, you know, the only females that was at this school were the teachers, bro. Like, dead ass. It was that, and we was kids, bro. Like, we was growing boys. You feel me? Like, yeah, like shit be on some weird shit sometimes. Niggas was on some weird shit at that school. Let's just put it like that. Niggas was on some weird shit at that school. I'm trying to like figure out, cause this was a long time ago. So I'm trying to like remember exactly like what led to this. Cause to be honest with you, okay, boom. No. It started off at lunch. That's where it started off at. I'm over here. But this was a long time ago, bro. No, we was bullshitting, playing. You know how it was in middle school. If you're the class of 2020 and under, you know how middle school was for us, bro. Like, niggas like to touch each other. Like, niggas love doing that little tasing shit. Niggas love doing that shit. Niggas love, I don't know what it was about us in middle school and physical touch, bro. But looking back on it, this shit was
Weird as fuck. This shit was awkward. Like, bro, what?
I don't even know. I low-key thought it was awkward back then, because I wasn't just out here touching niggas. The fuck? What type of weird ass shit is this? I'm not just gonna be out here touching niggas. So yeah, it was like that, bro. This nigga felt comfortable to touch me, bro. Like, just felt comfortable to poke at me, touch me, do that weird shit, you know? Boom, right? At that time, I was a little soft. I was soft as hell in middle school, bro. I ain't know how to speak up for myself. I ain't know how to say, please don't. I ain't know how to do none of that, bro. I was scary as fuck in middle school, bro. But this was the day where I realized I couldn't do that shit no more. I couldn't be scary no more, right? So he doing all this shit at lunch and shit, and I'm just like, you know, letting it slide, bro. Cause, like, bro, look at this picture, bro. Look at this picture. Does that look like a fucking tough guy to you? Does that look like a guy that would just like, oh yeah, don't fucking touch me, nigga, I'll beat the fuck out you type shit? I wasn't that, bro. I wasn't that. I was scary, bro. I can admit it. I'm grown as hell now. I can admit a nigga was scary, bro. So then lunch ends. We go to okay, this is when shit get wicked, bro. All right. We go to social studies on some shit. And yeah, we go there. And we doing, I forgot what we was doing. I think we was either doing a project or we was taking, I don't remember what we was doing. Once again, this was a long time ago. And bro touched my thigh, bro.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Like, bro, remember when I told you, like, bro, these niggas be on some gay shit sometimes? Nigga legit touched my thigh, bro, and like started caressing the fuck out my thigh, bro. And so I'm like, whoa. Slapped his hand out of there. That shit was a wicked, bro. I ain't like that shit. I was like, whoa, nigga, I may have been 12 at the time, 12 or 13. I may have been 12 or 13 at the motherfucking time, nigga. But I don't go that way, bro. I knew that when I was younger. I have been told myself a long time ago, bro, I'm never being gay, bro. That shit not okay with me, nigga. Nigga, then after I knocked his hand off, he want to put his hand back, bro. Bro, like I said, bro, I was soft as hell. I was scary as shit. And I ain't know how to defend myself, bro. But in the back of my head, it took everything in me not to punch this nigga in his jaw. But because at the end of the day, bro, like confidence, confidence plays a big part in being able to do certain shit. And I didn't have that confidence to just punch this nigga in his jaw. Because I always looked at myself like I'm skinny, I'm small, bro. And I could easily get beat up, bro. Because this is a nigga that's bigger than me at the time, though. You feel me? Like, I would never let that shit slide today. You feel me? I was young as hell. So, boom, right? He do that shit again, I knock his hand off, and he stopped, bro. He stopped. The class end, bro. And I don't know, bro. I don't know why it took me like almost 2 to 3 hours to realize what this nigga was doing. But it did. It took me 2 to 3 hours to realize this nigga low-key sexually harassed me. It took me 2 to 3 hours to realize that, bro. I don't know why it took me so long. I don't know what made it take so long. But it took long as hell to get that realization in. Like, this nigga just sexually harassed the fuck out of me. And I just let that shit slide. So then, boom, right? Boom. It's after school. After school, I'm walking and shit, and I see this nigga. He see me. He got a big ass smile on his face. And I told him straight up. I ain't even give no reason. I told him straight up, swear to God, I'm gonna slap the shit out you. I know it's hard to believe that this nigga right here would say some shit like that. But I promise to you, on God, on everything I love, bro, that is the exact words that came out of my mouth, bro. I told him, I looked him straight in his face and I said, I'm gonna slap the shit out you. He said, do it. And I came from back here and boom, slapped the shit out of him. Slapped the fuck out of him. He then proceeds to take it from back here and slap the shit out of me. You know what I'm happy about, though? You know what's, like, really a blessing? If I could, like, be completely honest here. I'm blessed that nobody recorded that shit. And if they did, I'm glad I never seen it. Because one thing I could promise you, and one thing I learned from that day, is a nigga can't fight for shit. A nigga couldn't fight for shit. I swear to God, it was like the weakest fight I've ever, because that was my first fight, though. It's my first fight. First fights, you don't really know what you're doing unless, you know, you was taught how to fight. But I was never taught. I just went in that bitch swinging, bro. And I promise to you, I don't think I connected with shit. I legit think the only hit I landed was the first hit, and that's only because he wasn't ready. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. In the very beginning and everything, I couldn't do shit, bro. Cause once again, look at this nigga, bro. Look at this nigga. You gotta understand, bro. That little nigga was weak as hell. I don't know if y'all saw that video that I did when I was in middle school.
Alright, sup guys, I haven't been talking in my last videos, but today I'll be playing, I don't even know how to pronounce this game. What is this game? Dio. It's so frustrating. Alright, so I suck at this game, and yeah, I don't want to die. As you can see, those people are shooting bullets all over the place. What the freak? Fuck!
But you gotta imagine, bro, like, if you did see that video, you can't honestly look at this nigga and look at that video and honestly believe that I knew how to fight. Like, bro, I could look back on myself and be like, nah, hell nah, nigga, you ain't know how to fight, bro. That's why I look back at some of them, at that video that I recorded when I was in middle school, I look back at that shit and be like, this nigga's a bitch. Story not even over. So we fight. And let me tell you how weak the fight was, bro. Like, bro, I swear to God, this fight was weak as shit. Let me tell you how weak it was. I do not remember anybody breaking us up. That's how bad it was. Like, bro, it was so bad. Like, you would think when there's a fight, bro, you would think when there's a fight, like, there would be people surrounding you, like, oh shit, they fighting. Oh damn. Bro, it was nothing like that. My first fight, bro, everybody, like, I don't even think anybody seen it for real. Like, to be honest with you, that's how I know there's no video of it or nothing. It's just memory, bro. Because there was, like, bro, after the fight was over, bro, like, we just walked our separate ways, bro. And I remember walking out. I remember walking out to the car out. Shit, I can't talk. I remember walking out the building with like tears coming out my eyes, bro, mad as hell. And I go to my mom, who was picking me up, and she was like, "What happened?" I was like, "I just got into a fight." She was like, "And nobody noticed?" Nobody noticed, bro. Nobody. I'm trying to tell you, bro. That's the craziest part, bro. Nobody noticed. Like, and if dude I fought watches this video, I'm pretty sure he remembers too. Nobody noticed, bro. Nobody saw that shit. The only video footage that might be of that fight is the shit that is probably from the cameras that was in that building. But other than that, there's really no footage of that fight, bro, which is actually insane to me. Like, bro, my first fight, there's no footage of. Unless I go back to the camera footage to that day. I don't even remember the day it was. I just remember this shit happening, bro. And it happened so fast. Like, it happened so fast. Like, to be honest, I only remember like glimpse of it because it was so long ago. But yeah, so my mama go in the building. She's like, "So y'all don't know that my son just got into a fight?" Bro, the principal was there, the assistant principal. They're like, "No, we didn't know he got into a fight." Mind you, bro, I'm still tearing up because I'm mad as shit, bro. Because, like, bro, that first fight will do something to you. I ain't gonna lie. And so, long story short, I did end up getting suspended. They ended up looking at the camera footage because that is where the fight was. They suspended me and bro for maybe a week, I believe. If I can remember correctly, it was like a week, bro. I came back. And you know what's crazy? Let me tell you how soft I am, bro. Let me tell you how soft I was. The same nigga that I fought ended up being back cool with him, bro. Cause you know how people they get into a fight, bro, and then they never end up being cool again, bro. Like, bro, that's how I know that fight was weak as shit, because we dead ass after suspension, bro. We ended up being cool again, bro. We was just on some childish shit. We was kids, bro. Like, we was 12 and 13 years old, bro. Kid shit. It was not really like no real beef in that. I personally don't understand why in general people can't just shoot the fade and be cool after that. You feel me? It depends. It honestly depends on the situation. Like, I feel like if we just shoot the fade, bro, win, loss, or draw, bro, we just dap it up and move on after that. You feel me? Because I don't think anything is that serious to be beefing with somebody forever, unless it's like they killed your family member or some shit, or like, you feel me? I don't think that anything should be that serious to where you beefing with somebody forever. That's just me though, you feel me? I'm trying to be a more peaceful person, so I'm seeing things like in a better way. The Lord is walking with me every day, you feel me? Praise God, bro. And yeah, that's the end of this story, bro. Yeah, first fight. I know people probably gonna look at me like, this nigga weak as fuck. But hey, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications if you're new. And yeah, because I got more story times to tell. And comment down below any questions you got, because I'm trying to do a Q&A. So yeah. Appreciate all the support. We on the road to 10K. And I'll see you on the next video. Yeah.
Hey yo, I'm KO Rim, standing on 10, they cannot fuck with me. Been that guy, overachiever, you think you over me? Stand up God, fuck your opinion, cause I'm a different breed. Niggas wanna come from me, well tell them I ain't ducking. Hey yo, I'm KO Rim, standing on 10, they cannot fuck with me. Been that guy, overachiever, you think you over me?